Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new day of Road to TCG World 19. Thank you so much for joining me. Really appreciate it. We just had Madison Regionals take place this weekend, and so I wanted to feature a few of the more interesting and obviously top decks that we saw from this past weekend, and one of them is Frank Percic's NAGQUAG deck. So obviously it has Nagnadel, it has Quagsire, that's the standard to be using right now, but it does have a few nice twists to the deck, and apparently so far throughout his tournament run he was able to use Beast Game GX with the plus bonus in order to take those 3 extra prize cards. So we'll have to see if we can pull that off ourselves during this video. Huge props to him and to Someone's PC. If you want to get better insight into the deck, definitely check out Frank's article on the website someonespc.com. Huge shout out to them. So we have the 3-1 Quagsire line. Quagsire with its washout ability is what makes this deck work. As often as you like during your turn before you attack, you may move a water energy from one of your bench Pokemon to your active, and Hydro Pump deals a solid 60 damage plus 20 more for each water energy attached to this Pokemon. So base damage you're dealing basically 120 since we only have water energies in this deck, and you can pile up even more to do more damage. You do need 4 energies to one your Registard. That is the main selling point of Quagsire right now. And then we have Nagnadel. With its charging up ability, you may attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to this Pokemon. So Nagnadel recovers lost energy, Quagsire moves him around from anywhere to the active. So a really nice solid combo right there. I don't know why there doesn't seem to be any audio. Any background music? I have no idea what's going on. Let me just... Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any music for today. Oh well, I'll add it in afterwards. So, moving on, we have, as far as the support Pokemon go in the deck, we have 2 Articunos with the ability Blizzard Veil. I do hear music. There's definitely music in the background, but I don't know. I hate dealing with music issues. Anyways, Articuno with its Blizzard Veil, as long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, your water type Pokemon are protected. Cold Cyclone deals 70 damage and you move 2 water energy from this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon. So this guy gives you energy protection and also Guzma protection very nicely. 110 HP is a bit unfortunate. 120 would be much better to be further out of range of Zapdos. However, it's a really nice attacker to have in the deck, though it is the one that I find the most questionable in the deck. Like, I would personally probably not have Articuno and have a 4-3-1 line of Quagsire, but we'll see. I'm gonna try the deck just as Frank played it, and he even said, I think, that Articuno was really good. So we also have Volcanium Prism Star. Its ability Jet Geyser allows you to put water energies into a discard pile and get a switching effect, and then Son of Lust deals 100 and you spread 20 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon, so a really nice attack right there. We do have the Mew with its bench barrier ability, helps against Weezing and Pikarom decks, and then the Psy Power, you put 3 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like, allowing you to finish something off or set something up to be finished afterwards. We have the BUZZWOLE PHEROMOSA GX I mentioned. You can Jet Punch, you can technically Elegant Soul. However, the idea behind using this is to only bench it when you are going to use Beast Game GX for the extra 3 prizes. You do need a total of 8 energies, but with Nagnadel and Wishful Batons it shouldn't be impossible. We have the Tero Prism Star, so essentially a 3-2 Nagnadel and a 4-3, a 4-2-1 Quagsire line. We also have the Onyx as well. Land Crush attack is really nice against Zorak decks especially. And then finally we have the Orang Guru with the Instruct ability, where you may draw cards until you have 3 cards in your hand, and Psychic does 60 damage plus 20 more damage times the amount of energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. So actually a pretty solid attack to have as well. Supporters wise, we have our 4 Lily, 4 Cynthia, 1 Judge and 1 Guzma engine, along with 2 Pokegears for added consistency. We have 4 Ultra Ball and 3 Nest Balls because we do have the Brooklet Heal, so technically we have a 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Nest Ball. However, the Brooklet Heal isn't exactly a Nest Ball because it can't search for everything, but if we get 2 uses out of Brooklet Heal, then it's a much better Nest Ball. And early on, you want to set up your Whoopers. You want to set up the Volcanion and the Articuno, so it's a pretty good way to do that. Double Aqua Patch to recover energies, because sometimes Nagnadel just isn't enough. 1 Field Blower, 1 Counter Catcher, and 1 Pulpad, along with 2 Rescue Stretchers to get back the Pokemon that get KO'd early. Double Wishful Button allows us to conserve energy. 1 Escape Board gives us free retreat at some point in the game, when probably attached to a Nagnadel, being even more conservative with our energies. And then we have 8 basic waters, 2 of the unit, Grass, Water, and Fire. So it does support Quagsire, but also supports BUZZWOLE PHEROMOSA, and we have the Beast Energy as well. So let's jump into a ladder and try out the deck. See how we do. Hopefully run into some fire type decks, but if we don't, then that's probably where the Beast Game GX will actually be relevant. So yeah. Okay, so we are going second. Never a great thing with any deck really. Starting Volcanion Prism is actually pretty nice because we get a very sturdy attacker right off the bat, and we get our Ditto Prism Star along with a Lily plus Water Energy start, so not a bad deal, I would say. Not a bad deal. We do seem to be up against Sap Beast, so starting Volcanion Prism is one of the best things you could hope for, honestly. Maybe not Sap Beasts actually. Maybe not Sap Beast. Okay, so I feel like I'm gonna give the Ditto the Escape Board. I'm definitely gonna attach this, and I'm gonna keep the Pokegear because this deck is prone to death drawing. So this guarantees, not guarantees, but almost guarantees that I will be able to have a supporter next turn. It's not guaranteed, it is random, but it gives us a solid chance. Now my Poipole is available, that's really good. We still don't know what exactly we are up against, however, things are looking pretty solid here. I think the card to get rid of is going to be the Field Lore. I don't know what I'm up against, I don't know if I'm going to need it or not, but this should help in trying to get an attack off next turn. So I'm not gonna Jet Geyser the energy away. I'll just pass here. Pretty solid start versus my opponent's complete death draw, so that's really unfortunate. Volcanion Prism's Sona Blast should help in setting up things for Beast Game. That should definitely be important, or that might definitely be important. We do see a Viridian Forest discarding a Lightning for a Lightning, so it is some sort of Zapdos Beast deck. Unfortunate that my opponent had the Psychic Energy already. He does end up confusing me actually. So unless we top deck Nagnadel, I might just have to chance the Sona Blast right here. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do that, and then next thing I am going to do is Viridian Forest. So I'm trying to really thin my deck as much as I can in order to the BUZZWOLE PHEROMOSA GX is prized along with one of the unit energies. So I'm trying to thin my deck as much as I can to maximize the odds of Pokegear hitting, which there we go. Like I said, we need a Nagnadel, to be able to attack this turn. If I played Guzma, then yes, I get out of confusion, but that's just not enough. Our hand is a bit tricky here, a bit tricky. I mean, I have to chance it, right? I have to chance it, because if I flip heads here, then I might win next turn if my opponent doesn't top deck something out of this. So I'm gonna charge him up. I've also discarded quite a few energies, so getting the Nagnadel into play is a really good deal. And we're gonna go ahead and wash out, choosing both energies, make sure that we're ready to attack. And Sonoblast, we flip tails, unfortunately. So not the best turn for us. We had a really good opening to try and get really far ahead, but unfortunately that was not the case. Now, my opponent was holding a switch, did top deck a Jirachi, has the escape board, so we're going to get attacked for 80 damage, and we're gonna end up losing our Volcanion without being able to attack with it more than once, which is never a good deal. Never ever a good deal, yikes. Super unfortunate circumstances between the not so great draws, between the tails flip. Okay, that definitely helps. That most certainly helps, and I'm gonna go ahead and Cynthia now. And okay, so I will be able to get a knockout on the Zapdos with my Quagsire, and I do think that seems worth it, right? I do think that seems worth it. So I don't think I'm going to want to use Onix anytime soon here, although it might be Articuno actually. Articuno might be the Pokemon to get rid of here, because I don't foresee a Jirachi ever being in the active spot. So I'll grab the water. I might want to use Onix against the Nihilego, but getting the double Nagnadel here is super key. I'm hoping my Quagsire will survive this turn, allowing me to overturn the price trade-off, right? And this is why the escape board is super crucial. So I'm gonna wash out both energies, of course, so that I am able to get this price card here. And now I do have 3 energy in play. I will get 2 more next turn, which is really nice, since I have gone through quite a few. And yeah, we'll see what happens here. We see a Nest Ball for a Zapdos. Now my opponent has already used 1 Electro Power. He does need a double Electro Power to get KO on the Quagsire, right? And even if that happens, we have return KO, and then there's no more double Electro Power turn, so we will definitely be able to get a KO afterwards. Yeah. Okay. So we're just now waiting here to see what happens. I'm hoping to get the BUZZWOLE Pheromosa out of the active spot sooner. I mean, out of the prizes sooner rather than later. The Coco Prism Star might indicate that my opponent might go for Coco GX this time around to try and get this KO. He does indeed attach to a Jirachi and goes for a Lily. So Coco GX does seem to be my opponent's plan here, which is fine, since sure, we're gonna 2-hit KO, right? Well, it's actually not so fine. I would have to end up using Oranguru, I believe, instead of the Quagsire. Yeah, Coco GX is what we're gonna see right here. I guess this would be a good turn to use Articuno. This would actually be a pretty good turn to use Articuno instead. Yeah, if I had kept the Articuno, then this would be a pretty good turn to use Articuno. Just poke for 70, conserve the energy, have protection on the Quagsire, But yeah, my opponent, despite his super slow start, being able to keep up really well, which is honestly very scary. Okay, so I do get the Ultra Ball going. So which Pokemon do I want to use? I mean, I could just Ultra Ball for the other Articuno, right? And I think that's gonna be the plan here. And Ultra Ball away these two for the Articuno. That seems solid. And then I'll go ahead and bench. I'll go ahead and attach. Yeah, and then I have to use the Rescue Stretcher to get back the Quagsire. Correct. In order to move the energy and make sure that they are being conserved. I don't really want to use the Reinforced. I do want to keep the Beast energy for now. Not the greatest. And as a follow-up, by establishing another Wooper definitely helps. We keep not finding draw supporters, and that is the biggest issue, definitely, by far. I will go ahead and use this ability. I will go ahead and use this ability as well. Don't think I'm going to need the Mew, so I'm just going to discard it with the Viridian. I won't grab the water though. Or will I? No, well... yeah, I'll grab the water, sure. Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and retreat. And then I will use Washout, moving just the one energy from here, because why is that one better? Because if my opponent goes Guzma, KO Nagnadel, I would have lost the energy and the escape board. Whereas this way, if I lose the escape board, I keep the energy. If I lose the energy, I keep the escape board. So it's a win-win. And then I will Cold Cyclone the energy back onto the Wooper. Because this way, if my opponent is able to escape rope plus Guzma KO my Quagsire, then I still keep the energy. If my opponent goes escape rope, Guzma KO the Wooper, then I keep the Quagsire. So it's this like middle ground place where whatever my opponent does, I have a kind of an answer, right? Kind of an answer. Okay, so there's Viridian Forest being used for lightning energy. We are going to see a Stellar Wish for a Nest Ball. My opponent did play a switch, right? Yeah, he played a switch this turn. We see the Nest Ball, probably for Zapdos. There we go. So our Articuno might be going down, probably will be going down. There's the Electro Power. So my opponent, without playing any draw supporters, with having only played one draw supporter, he's getting everything he needs at the right time. Whilst me, on the other hand, I keep on whiffing, right? I keep on whiffing. Draw supporters. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna Palpad to increase the chances that I get. See, I have 18 cards left, and I've played very little things. Okay, so now I need another attacker to deal with the Zapdos. And then we might have to deal with the Sledgehammer BUZZWOLE. So I'm thinking a little bit of giving up on the BUZZWOLE Pheromosa, honestly. As cool as it seems. As cool as it seems. Okay, I'm gonna attach the energy. Right, I am going to attach the energy, and then I will instruct for 3. And I will find an Aqua Patch. Definitely gonna play that. Definitely gonna play that. See, the biggest issue is I have to keep using Quagsires to get KOs. And, well, there's the other Quagsire. Now I have all the supporters in the world, right? Of course I do. I can't use a fighting type Quagsire, and my Wishful Baton's just nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. A single Wishful Baton would be super useful as well. I am going to go charging up, and then I am going to go charging up. Okay, so then I'm gonna retreat, and then I will use Washout. 1 energy, and then that's it. That's all I need to get this KO. Then we lose the Quagsire, which is the biggest issue here. Gonna prize of water energy, not a good deal. I mean, my opponent will probably have to use Tapu Koko here. So I might just end up having to use Nagnatail to get return KO to keep my Quagsire alive. Does play Cynthia, there's a Nest Ball. We'll go for the Sledgehammer. Yep. We'll go ahead and use Sledgehammer. Still though, my play is still to Guzma KO this guy with Nagnatail. Oh, if I do that, well, he has Turning Point no matter what. He has Turning Point with Nihiligo no matter what. Which is not the worst. Right? Field Blower. Kind of annoying, not the Beast of Deals. Not the Beast of Deals at this point. I really need to decide which attacker I'm going to use. Yep, Sledgehammer. Just perfect turns for my opponent. Okay, so I'm definitely playing Guzma, right? It's just a question of whether I'm using Guzma on Tapu Koko or Guzma on Nihiligo. It's just a question of which. I mean, I should go Guzma KO Tapu Koko, I feel. Right? So I'll attach here. No, not Cynthia, Pablo. Not Cynthia, please. Not Cynthia. So thanks to Beast Energy, I will be able to do 110 damage to the Koko. Plus the 70 it already has. Should be a knockout. So I'm pretty much giving up on the option to use Beast Game this game. So it's been a rough one. It's definitely been a rough one. We got the unit and the Brooklet, so still no Beast Game GX. Still no Beast Game GX. Which is not relevant at this point in time, right? Not relevant at this point in time. My opponent does have knockout. I'm gonna lose a Beast Energy, so I couldn't have Guzma KO'd a Jirachi anyways. I don't even have a Guzma anymore. So, not relevant. There's a Stretch over Zapdos. We're gonna see a Choice Band getting thinned. We're gonna see the Cynthia. We are going to see the Cynthia here. So my Quagsire is safe, which is good. I Guzma into Quagsire meant that my Nagnatail would have been okay, which was also fine by me. We're gonna see an Ultra Ball. Discarding Jirachi and Mew. So my opponent being able to recover very nicely here. Very, very nicely. And it's gonna come down to, can my opponent find his last two Electro Powers and another Lightning Energy in his last turn, right? It's literally gonna come down to that. So I shouldn't bench anything, right? I shouldn't bench anything. It's just gonna come down to that. Is there merit to KOing with Nagnatail? I guess. I mean, the game's. Nah. I'll just use Quagsire, I think. I don't think there's any difference whatsoever in terms of outs. So I'll attach. And then I'll play the Brooklet. And then I'll Cynthia. There's the Wishful Baton, super, super late. I wish I could have charged. And we're just gonna take the KO. So, can my opponent find Lightning plus double Electro Power? That is the question. If he doesn't, we win. If he does, they win. Okay. He does have double electro power. Goes for the Brooklet, benches Eevee, plays Ultra Ball. I'm not scared of the Jolteon, right? Okay, so we'll lead with the Let Loose, I guess. I'm not sure. I'm not scared of the Jolteon, right? There's one electro power. So I guess the difficult card is the Energy. Draws 4. Oh, finds the Thunder Mountain. Plays the Lily. So now we need the Electromart to be in the bottom 4 cards. And he grabbed it, so yeah. Oh well, it all comes down to that confusion flip. Because not only did my opponent KO my Pokemon and get the first prize card, but I also put myself in range of a single Electro Power Zapdos KO. So I'm thinking maybe attacking with Articuno was also not great, because it allowed him to get a knockout with just one Electro Power, whereas if I had used Quagsire to poke, or used Oranguru to poke on that Coco GX, he would have needed to keep the Coco GX attacking, or, well, that meant he would have conserved one Electro Power actually, so maybe that was correct. I'm not sure. I am honestly not sure. Going second is also a big deal in that matchup, so many things just didn't go our way. That's a really, really, really good start, though. That's a really good start for us. You really can't ask for more than this. This hand is just absolutely insane. I don't think there's a more perfect hand for this deck, honestly. I don't think there's a more perfect hand for this deck. I mean, perhaps not even Oranguru, because I'm gonna be able to instruct first before I Lily to try and just see more cards. So this is actually insane. This is actually insane. Okay, we're going first, so we don't need to bench anything. If we're going second, I would have benched everything. And it'll be interesting to see what we are up against. Apparently my opponent has more starting Pokemon. Oh, come on. Darn, when we have the best hand, my opponent just goes ahead and concedes immediately. Is he, how did he know? Gosh, why does my camera feel like I have to adjust it every single day? Ugh. It's really frustrating. Okay. So, on the right. Okay, that should be good. Okay. So my opponent's calling the coin flip. We win the coin flip again. That's nice. Can we get Lily back to back games? Yes, we can. Not a bad start either. This is a really, really good start. We're going first, so once again, we don't need to bench anything else. We're also going to get a mulligan and find out, or try to figure out, what my opponent is playing. He is playing Lost March. Okay. He is playing Lost March, so Lost March, not the most competitive deck by any means. Not the most competitive deck by any means. I will draw the mulligan. The mulligan in the top deck, not as useful as you would want them to be. One Wooper is prized. One Wooper is indeed prized. I feel like this might be the game. I feel like this might be the game to use Beast Game in, purely because my opponent's deck is probably quite slow in terms of, well, not slow actually, it's just the low HPs rather. That's the reason, the low HPs. I do want a second Whooper. Though Articuno puts in a lot of work against my opponent for sure. And then we'll pass. And then we shall pass. Starts off with the Raw Elm, pretty nice to match my Lily. Triple Hobbit down, that is the dream for that deck. I guess with Poké Gear, getting turn 1 Elms is now even more likely. Right? Yeah, I think so. Okay. Definitely attaching to the active, and then definitely just playing the Cynthia. Not using the Poké Gear to thin because, yeah, look, because you just get these horrible hands where you play as supporter and then for whatever reason it becomes impossible to get another one. And I really don't understand why that is the case. I don't fear Guzma too much from my opponent. I'm just gonna Cold Cyclone, get the first prize in this 1v1 prize trade-off, and I will move the energy to the Articuno in case mine gets knocked out. I'm actually hoping it gets knocked out. Otherwise I won't be able to attack in consecutive turns. Right? Otherwise I won't be able to attack in consecutive turns. Okay. Triple Skiploom from hand. Wow. Now that is the ideal dream setup for for Lost March, right? So, oh no, wait, what? Huh? Why? Wait, what? Why did he fail? I guess, I mean, he didn't have anything other than the triple Skiploom. Why did he fail the Floral Path to the Sky? I guess to either... I can picture one Jumpluff being in his hand and the other one being prized. And we're about to know, actually. So my opponent has 2 Jumpluffs prized. Does play down a Tapu Lele, which might make things even worse for him. Right, so... Okay, so the plan is to go with a Volcanion spread into a potential Beast Game GX for game. That's gonna be what we're gonna try and do. Communication puts back. Wait, what? So what? Why is he communication the Emolga instead of the Jumpluff so that he could use the ability to get the Jumpluff out first? I don't understand my opponent's sequencing. Definitely not optimal. I mean, just by what I am perceiving from his hand. Trumbeak. We're not gonna top the gate draw supporter, so that Trumbeak is bittersweet. It's like awesome, he didn't hit anything, but then darn, we're not gonna top deck anything. Does get rid of double Emolga. Would be really surprised if my opponent doesn't have an energy this time around. And once again, a sequencing error. Using the Lost Blender before you use Floral Path to the Sky. If you draw the Jumpluff, you're gonna be kicking yourself. I don't get it. Quite a few sequencing errors for my opponent. Okay. Turn 3 180 damage, not bad though, not bad at all. So, we do top deck the Wishful Baton, which I will attach to the Whooper, and then I'll attach energy here. I will go ahead and bench this guy, and then honestly, I don't foresee myself using Pulpat for Guzma or Judge, I don't think that's going to be necessary. So I'm just going to go ahead and instruct. There we go. Now that's more like it. I'm not going to use the Aqua Patch. I'm just going to go ahead and charging up. The extra card is not as appealing. There's a Volcanion Prism Star. There's a Fighting type Quagsire. Not quite what we are looking for. Okay, and then I'm going to transfer the energy to this Whooper, because if he has Escape Rope plus Guzma, then we get to keep the energy on board, which is the ideal thing, right? So there's a Natu, there's a DC, so we could probably just win this game by setting up enough regular attackers anyways. We could just win by doing that. However, I will try and get enough energy into play for the Beast Game GX. We see a Netball. Once again, a mistake for my opponent because he already attached energy, so why grab the Netball right now? If I judge you, then that's one less way to find energy. So honestly, quite a few sequencing mistakes for my opponent. So I'm gonna go ahead and promote the Nagnadel. Though my goal is to attack with Volcanion this turn, for sure. Right? And then I'm gonna go ahead and Ultra Ball away these two guys for a Quagsire. Definitely gonna evolve this Whooper. And then I'll go ahead and judge my opponent. Okay, so we're getting closer. We have one of the pieces. Now we just need to find the Beast energy or the unit energy. And this spread is going to be really nice because it puts all of his attackers in range of just the unit energy and the Beast Game GX. So I'll promote the Volcanion. I'm gonna use Washout. One energy. Okay, so actually I'm gonna use charging up first. Yeah, I definitely wish the wishful button was on the active instead of my Quagsire. And I mean, I should Brooklet, right? Have my opponent discard it. It's completely fine. I don't need it. Okay, so I get another prize card. There's the unit energy. Even with the Wishful Baton though, it would not be enough to pull it off next turn. Okay, immediately slams the energy and the Hoppip and also judges us. I am okay with that. We haven't seen the deck too much, but I am able to find a Cynthia, which is nice, and an Ultra Ball as well. My opponent does go for the Emolga, Will-O Splendor, Emolga, and Natu. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 Pokemon. That's 240 damage, so I definitely cannot bench the BUZZWOLE Pheromosa safely right here. I will go ahead and Ultra Ball these two for the Poipole. And now this will be interesting. I don't think I'll be able to pull it off, if I'm honest. I mean, I might just use it. I might be able to pull it off with the normal way, right? With just the one-off, with just the one energy to get the extra prize, and that's it. That's probably what's going to happen. So I'll go ahead and Viridian Forest away the Lily, grab the water energy, and then I'll go ahead and attach here, and then I'll use charging up, get the energy going, and then I'll use Washout from the Nagnadel to the Quagsire, and then I will go ahead and get the knockout. Draw my prize, which is another water energy. I do have 3 in the discard pile. Don't think I can get to 8 energy total anytime soon though. I'm gonna have 4 plus my attachment plus 2 abilities, that would be 7. So I'm 1 short. I am 1 short. So should I just try to Beast Game GX the normal way? Like I'm going to win no matter what, right? I have enough energy, I have enough attackers to where I'm never going to whiff a KO here, right? Never, ever, ever, ever. Excuse me. However, I still haven't recovered from that cough I've had. However, just for style points, I'm gonna try and win with the Beast Game GX attack. Okay, so the energies should be transferred over to the Oranguru. And then I'll go ahead and promote the Magnadel. Okay, so here we go. I do top deck a Stretcher. And I'm gonna go ahead and use this guy. I only have 2 outs though. Is it unnecessarily risky? I guess so, but that's why we're here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Still not enough to KO me, right? And we do not whiff. So I'll attach that. I'll do this. And I will go ahead and Beast Game GX for the extra prize card thanks to the effect and the game. No 8 energy Beast Game, but not bad at all. The deck flowed pretty nicely here. We had a pretty good starting hand. Our starting hand in the first game that we lost was also pretty decent. The confusion did us in, right? The confusion really put a dent into our plans. But anyways, guys, once again, this is the Someone's PC NAGQUAG deck by Frank Percic. He did make day 2 with the deck, though didn't have a great day 2. After a solid day 1, he finished top 64, I believe. So yeah, that will be all from me today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like. It really helps out the channel. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for another Road to World Championships deck profile. Thank you guys, and bye-bye.